Uh, so once we all like kind of stroll in, let me know if it's buffering. And yeah. Hello, Ashif. Hello. I hope this is the final live stream that I have to go in and on and off. All right. Hello, Exotic Kyver. How you doing? All right. This is why I do things before the stream starts, so that way we can just fix it up and make sure it's all functioning beforehand. This is why I like to do these live reactions 15-ish minutes early, so that way I know that this is gonna work out and we're all gonna be okay. Hello, Catox. I read it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, welcome back, Father. Lactose free. Hello, Rocky. Hello, Neo. Hello, Fernando. It's better. Perfect. No buffering so far. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Like, I can't even begin to explain why we had that buffering happening. Either way, let's see what we have in store. So, yeah. Any predictions for the new unit? I have 3 predictions. They all could be wrong, but let's give it a shot. One is that we are getting a potential Zenkai. 2, we're getting the forms of Goku and Vegeta fighting Omega after they defuse. Or 3, we're getting Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. In all case scenarios, we're getting a new banner. And it feels very GT themed considering I saw 3 pictures of GT on Twitter and nothing else. Unless they're trying to tell me that I don't know, the buildings are from Dragon Ball Super and that we've all been messed with. You know, that sort of thing. Wrong Wi-Fi connection, maybe? Nah. Welcome, I Anamorphous. Welcome, welcome. Daddy Vegeta is the next unit. It's very possible. Oh, that's epic. Very possible. But we're gonna see. Garlic Jr.? Absolutely. All right. Gotta go to class. See you, Dad. All right. Take care, Lactose. Have a great day, okay? Wish it will be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta because we have a Omega Red Shenron. And who's the element factor advantage? My guess is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Josiah? But I would actually... I really, really want Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to be yellow for 2 good reasons. 1, Sin Shenron as an SP, as a sparking unit for GT, is now Garbo. Like, straight Garbo. And then, second reason, so it can mess with Fusion Warriors because my disdain for Fusion Warriors is so high that I want Gogetas to not even be able to be playable on the same team. And I love Gogeta, but I hate the tag Fusion, and if I ever have to play it, it's because Fusions are going to be beyond busted. Yeah. Yo, Captain of Pain, welcome. How you doing? I see you. I see you. Nightbot is like with no filter, no chill. Nightbot's just like, "Oh, you capsed? I'm gonna murder your career." Oh my gosh. Oh man. I love how Nightbot even just like states what's going on. There's some caps going on? Nah. Which I find hilarious. Yo, what's good? I'm fantastic, Ed. How you doing? The thing I'm looking forward to the most is Blue Shallot. Yes. Blue Shallot, like Shallot Super Saiyan Blue, is going to be super cool. Please don't give us something before Schwix got deleted by Nightbot. Nightbot just destroyed you. Just speak normally. Nightbot seems to hate us when we caps anything. Yo, Phil, I might not be able to chat for some time. My hands will be engaged in eating. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just because you're not speaking doesn't mean that I'll just believe that you're gone. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We got tons of lurkers too. Not everyone has to talk, and I respect that, you know? But still, Zenkai Metal Rildo about to come watch me call it. All right, bet. Now, listen. If Super Saiyajin 4 Gogeta shows up, my free-to-play, wait, 2 minutes till begins. 2 minutes till beginning. 2 minutes. We're gonna raise it a bit. Okay. And we're gonna drop it down to 2 here. All right, so here's the dealio. On my main account, if Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does come, I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys. I will be summoning for content purposes more so than anything else. If he doesn't come, then we'll see. And then as for my free-to-play account, it's staying away. We want that to stay androids and female warriors, or female warriors / Dragon Ball Saga. We'll see, but generally speaking, it's gonna just stay female warriors. So we're not gonna worry about that on the free-to-play account. So if it is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, then the answer is auto skip. You do not summon on something that you're not pulling for. That is not for your teams. Unless you're a collector, then in that case, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Sanic is just like, I can abuse everything. Which is true, because, like, Nightbot will not attack a mod. Oh, Josh was able to escape. Video and stuff is starting because we get the timer right here. If Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta comes, I'm going to get it, even if it's bad. Fair enough. Yo, Bomo, what's up? What's good? They gotta get the top, gotta top the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for the Annie if they release him now. And they probably will. If he does get released now. Hello, Wesley, how you doing? If there is an android or female related unit on that banner, what will you do? Summon. Unless it's not worth it. We'll see the tags. Anyways, let's begin. Let's start. Do. Come on, let's do it. Yeah.
To video and stuff. I'm the producer of Dragon Ball Legends, Toshi, and we have 2 new members today.
Hello, Commander.
Hi, everybody. I am Jennifer, Community Manager on Dragon Ball Legends.
And hello, I'm Janneke, the other community manager. It is great to meet our Dragon Ball Legends players.
So this is our first time as Dragon Ball Legends, presenting our community manager to all our players.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
so
is.
basically, as community managers, we listen very closely to the voice of the community, which we then forward to you, Toshi.
That's right. As a matter of fact, Janneke and I have been working together on Dragon Ball Legends for some time now, and one of our goals is to create more content for the community.
You've been doing a good job on that.
New social media posts on Facebook and Twitter.
You have been doing a good job on that. Like, the content has been getting better, but I feel like you should listen a bit more. Just a bit more, please. There's been a lot of things that you've been overlooking, or Toshi's been denying. Something's going on here, and I'm not getting the full picture.
Well, because at the end of the day, we have the team working on the game, but we're not truly professionals at really making ourselves too public outside. So these 2 will definitely, hopefully, make the entire environment a lot better for all the players.
Yes,
I
hope so too.
Yeah, let's move on to
Okay, so far, guys, here's the dealio.
We implemented a new game mode, Tournament of Power.
Yes, that's true.
So that's something big that we have been working on for quite a long time, actually.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that many players are having fun.
Not as much as I
And,
wish.
We would definitely like to hear the voices of that so that we can work on it. As many of you may be already aware, it's in the preseason. Basically means what we're doing right now, what you're participating in, isn't something that's going to be
rock solid for the future. Good, I like this. See, Toshi is being more transparent, and I love this. I'm all for this. I am all for this.
Or how frequently you play it, and so on. So as of now, we're I wouldn't say testing the waters because we're comfortable. We'd like to think we're comfortable with what we have, but the more we hear from you guys, the easier it is for us to move on and make it better or to tweak it.
Yeah, so definitely let us know on social media, Twitter or Facebook, what you think of the Tournament of Power, and we will let Toshi know.
That's right. But, you know, you did not only implement Tournament of Power, you also implemented Ultra.
Yes, the ultra rarity. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
the first time
Okay.
players heard it, they probably thought, oh god, they're going to have to
Okay.
gather lots of chrono crystals first. But no, we're definitely going to be providing these ultras in similar manners as the first Super Saiyan Goku did. For now.
For now.
Maybe in the far future, they might start appearing as different characters.
Oh my
in some ways,
God.
but as of now,
I knew
we're
it.
planning on providing
See?
full or more content similar to what we did with Goku.
He's
where we have to
literally
play different
doing the
roles,
PR
we have to
move
participate in
of
different,
gods. He's gonna be
content
like, here's a
and
couple of
gather
free
Z
ultras.
power for that Goku in different methods.
Yeah,
Of course,
keep
it doesn't
doing
mean
different
you have to
methods.
play PvP or
Yes,
that you have to
co-op
play
is a good
co-op,
idea.
where
When you're
at
doing
the
a
end of the day,
free-to-play
we're gonna make
character,
that decision
always
up
do
to
co-op.
players
Don't do
because we
PvP,
want
especially
for
when you
them to make
hide
that
some of
choice.
the
But we're
the
also
actual
going to
14
say,
stars
if you play
behind
it all, you're
being top
gonna get a lot
10k.
more
Don't do
than
that.
not playing it all.
Actually, not top 10k.
Yeah, we
Top
definitely want
3k.
to remind
Don't
you
do
to
that.
definitely do this so you can collect all the Z power.
Yeah, I'm
before the
pretty
event
sure
is
they're
over.
going to be excited. Also, I have to say that I really like the art direction that you guys took
Especially
on
if it's
this,
free to play.
and
If it's not free to
congratulations
play,
the
then
team
you can
because
do
they did
whatever.
an amazing
But the
job.
moment it's free to
I am
play,
pretty sure everybody's
please
going to be happy
don't
about it.
bank
The
it
art
behind a
team
rank.
really took their time and care to make sure
And this is
that
coming from
something
me, who
distinguishable
could
from
easily do that
other
and cover
pieces
that
of
that
Dragon Ball,
deficit if
that
I
this is
wanted to.
unique to Dragon Ball Legends, as you can tell.
God.
The dark ink, the slightly Japanese-esque feeling to it.
Okay,
is
yes.
kind of very unique to Legends.
So far, they're
as
just
a
talking
whole.
about the design
And
of the
also,
ultra
it
rarity,
makes
which is cool.
sure that you can tell as a whole that the rarity that is Ultra is something clearly distinguishable from other characters.
Zenkais.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. So yeah, we'll definitely not forget to play it. But we're gonna move on to the next segment, our first time for Ask Stuff, which
Okay.
will be was held during the battle hour for the first time, and we're gonna have to have some questions for you, Toshi. So I hope you're ready.
Yeah, we still had like what 1,690 something questions left in our hands from that point on.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And I also heard that 200 of those questions were
They're about you.
Yeah,
Asking questions about you. So how do you feel about that?
Well, some of them were very much personal, so no, I'm not going to answer
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of them. But yeah, we'll try to answer as much as possible in terms of
I love all
gameplay,
5
in
minutes
terms
of
of
top
Dragon
that I have
Ball
to wait 12
Legends. I don't
hours
know about
for.
the personal ones,
Yeah.
maybe
I
take me
love
out
that,
to dinner
Bulma.
somewhere,
It's so
I don't
true,
know.
though.
You hear that?
Yeah.
A good
Okay,
dinner,
so let's
thanks.
start with those questions.
Yeah, so I have question one.
I mean,
what
guys,
specific
if you guys
characters
thought
it
that-
says,
Oh, wait,
they
wait.
activate the following effects on themselves at the start of battles. How long will the effective abilities last when activation time is not specified?
So, at this point, we have many characters with different abilities, and I
Yes.
understand some feedback saying it looks like I'm reading a dictionary for certain characters.
And that's
At
so
the same
true.
time, many people can tell that certain characters are very strong because of the wall of text that
Exactly.
you
If
see.
you can't
But,
read it, it's
a
most
little
likely good.
Difficult part for us to move on with because the more new abilities that we add, the easily it can be confusing with more systems added on top of each other, and it doesn't really leave much for vagueness, especially because this game that is Dragon Ball Legends
Legends.
basically is kind of similar to a real-time card game of sorts where everybody's playing in the same rule. In the question that you mentioned earlier with the abilities with the buffs that activate, usually there are a few major laws that we follow where if it specifies the counter time, the moment the character steps in, the moment the character uses that attack, that's when the counter time starts. So for those of you who may want to keep close count of how long that buff is lasting, they should maybe pay attention to the top left corner of the screen and kind of subtract the time from that point on, which I understand is a difficult feat, especially in PvP.
No,
So
but
in
the-
the future, maybe
Okay, so
we'd like
fun
to make
fact,
these count
those timer
top
counts and
times,
actually
or these
counting it
kind of,
on the top left
time
corner when you're
left
playing
you have on
PvP
certain
actually
parts of
matters,
the
and a
world
lot of top
visibly
players do it. You
distinction.
want to know
And
how
we
much
understand that that's,
time you have for your buffs. So
an
if you
issue,
are a
but,
higher level
another
competitive
rule
player,
is
you
if
are
it doesn't
doing that.
specify
You
a
aren't
time,
not.
it
So,
usually
okay.
won't go away. It's something of a semi permanent effect. I mean, and the reason I say semi is because there are certain characters that will cancel your buffs. There are certain characters that can use their main abilities or their special card and get rid of your buffs, and that's when it goes away, obviously. But aside from that, it usually stays with your character, and then there are also the buffs that says not cancelable, which aren't cancelable, as we like to think is
Simple as
very
that.
clear. Yeah, it's very, we'd like to think it's clear and simple.
It is
Meaning
clear and simple, but
they're
there are people that
literally
still don't
permanent,
understand
and
this, so
as
it's
long as you
okay.
have that character
It's
out, then
good that
you'll
you're
be
explaining
buffing
this
that
anyways,
character
Toshi.
in
Good job.
the sense that should be explained in the ability.
Okay.
All
yeah.
right. Awesome
you.
answer. Second question now. So, does the management team sometimes disagree on things like abilities or elements?
I wouldn't say sometimes. It usually starts out with a disagreement because there are many things that we have to look at in terms of how character functions. Not just in the
Godslayer,
sense
you're
of
reminding me of
the
times
current
when things
meta, the
mattered.
environment of what players are using, but also there are.
I
certain
wish that I
characters
hope they
where
bring it back to that too.
players-
That would be great.
Not just players, but us as fans of Dragon Ball as well would like to see certain characters play out differently.
Hi,
So
Zephyr, how
we
you
want
doing?
certain characters to be as strong as possible, obviously. And then there's people like me that says, no, please don't. And there's lots of arguments that goes on, and usually it takes about a few weeks prior to it being released in terms of tweaking and balancing. And
Yeah, I feel like there's not much
discussion,
not much
but
open
we'd
dialogue
like to
here
think
about
it's
what's
a healthy
actually going
discussion.
behind when
also,
balancing happens,
the
because
disagreement that we
I don't
have
know.
isn't something of an unhealthy one where we just simply want to make certain characters stronger than something else, or we want to push out certain tags more than others. We want to make sure that the environment as a whole is, I wouldn't say entirely fair, because at the end of the day, if everything is viable, nothing is viable. So we wanna
That's
make
not
sure that there's
true,
different choices,
but
there's
okay.
different ways of
If everything is
making
viable,
a
everything is
complex rock,
viable.
paper, scissors system where certain characters are definitely stronger than others, but those characters are weaker against other characters, and that cycle goes on.
So basically, they're really trying to force a meta
So, yeah,
where
for
multiple
the
teams
third
are viable,
question,
but there
which
are
character
teams
did you
sitting
have
on the
the
top.
hardest time creating?
That's
I've been
normal
curious
actually
with
for
this.
card games, by the
So,
way.
The biggest character that comes to mind is Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. This has been mentioned a few times. I hope you guys.
Such a cool. It's on my main team all the time.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get it.
Oof. That moment when it's like, I'm still trying to get it.
Suffering a little bit, but it's all right.
Well, as a Legends Limited character, we wanted to make sure that it had very strong assets in
Yes.
terms of just fighting on its own.
Yes.
And we wanted to make sure that with his unique ability, the unique gauge that he has, he stood out.
Which
But
he
at the
does.
same time, I mean, I'm pretty sure many people, when they first read it, it says it dodges just strike attacks, blast attacks, tap attacks. It's like, okay, so this guy's basically invincible.
No.
Right? But if that was the case, as I kind of said earlier, then it would just be a boring game of everybody has to use Goku. So we wanted to make sure that he had his weaknesses.
Which he
So
does.
in that sense, the balancing was very
Mans
difficult,
just
because
gets
if the
decimated
weakness
by one
was
blue card.
Too great.
It's just like,
then
bye-bye,
it's
UI.
unfun, you know, it's just not. It won't be fun. So we wanted to make sure that he had his strong damage, high output, but made sure
Commander
that,
AK,
if
it's not
you
gonna
did
last more than
screw
like
up,
30
if you did
minutes.
Get hit,
Max.
You are gonna be in for a ride, and you're gonna have to be careful with using him. So he is a character that, in terms of balancing, was difficult to tweak. And
Jason's
also
like,
in
that
terms
UI
of
banner
just
was beyond
graphical,
disrespectful. Shaft
technology.
is real.
This is something that
Yeah.
we answered in the previous Ask stuff too, but we took so much longer than the average character in terms of just making this character look great and making sure that everybody's smartphone could handle it.
Well, I
So
mean,
how much time actually? Can you say that?
Honestly, the discussion itself started like more than half a year before its release.
Yep,
So
that would make
Well,
sense.
I don't even know
Okay.
when I should define how long it took.
well, it was definitely worth it.
Oh, man.
because I love playing with him.
Well, I will let you know once I finally get it.
So yeah, she's a mood. She's a mood,
So,
guys. And the
uh,
reason why is
yeah,
because
next
she represents
question,
everyone that can't even get
little
UI
tricky.
to this day.
So there's a girl I like in the class next door. I always attack her with my strike arts, but she keeps avoiding me with vanishing steps. How can I make sure my rising rush will reach her?
I can't believe this is actually a question.
That is deep, but romantic in a way.
Is it romantic? Because it sounds like he wants to abuse her.
Are we in school? I don't know.
I'm fantastic, Elgin. How you doing?
I swear to God,
Thank you,
I did
Zaylin.
see
I
some silly
appreciate
questions
that.
In the list of the 1,700 questions, some of them were really like just simple, saying, "Can we have more Chrono Crystals?" But like that one's just, you know what?
At least it's original.
Yeah, it's very original. You know, I suggest you bringing maybe Majin Buu and making sure that she can't switch characters. I have no idea.
This man's been telling this guy to play regen as a main when he abuses a woman. Oh my god.
So, if you don't
Oh
want
my
to die,
god.
Yeah, those characters are what I suggest.
Well, I hope he doesn't.
Yeah. Please let us know. Please let us know what happened.
Then I have another question.
He's gonna get a restraining
Can
order.
the
That's what you
Vegito
guys.
ever be
Well,
made?
candy.
The strongest candy.
Candy in the world.
Yeah, personally, I would love to see it. Yes, I mean, probably in Dragon Ball Legends, it would literally be just a dot flying in the air. But
I love that.
No, we have no plans for it yet. Maybe.
Sounds good.
Who knows, right? Well, and the last question is actually about the legendary finishes. So for moves that weren't in the original manga or anime, like Super Saiyan Vegito or Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegito, how did you decide how to bring them to Legends?
So when we first created,
Toshi is being toxic. It's actually insane.
The iconic scenes that everybody loved and wanted to reenact.
Really?
Basically
I wanted to
brought an
reenact
entirely different
Blue
tier of
Vegito
their own.
doing the thing
But at
where
the
he
same
doesn't
time, little by
actually
little,
finish off
we
Zamasu.
had not
I
just
wanted to
fans,
see
but
that.
on our end as well.
I didn't know I wanted
wanted
to see that, and I don't mind it, but I didn't think I wanted it.
Very popular characters.
Although
in
the
general.
Gogeta,
And
the Super Saiyan
those
Blue, yeah, I
characters
wanted to see
usually
that. That one
are
was really
popular
good. And
for,
that was OP.
like,
OP good. Like,
their existence, basically.
what are your thoughts on a
Just
free
single
on a
move.
free
So
LF Super
we
Soul
have to
Step Up
figure out
banner?
ways of
I would love
providing,
that.
Picking up
But let's
certain
be
aspects
real.
of the character that would just not just in terms of anime or other Dragon Ball forms of art, just not just being accurate, but making sure that they were cool without, I wouldn't say disappointing the fans, but without letting them. Okay, let me rephrase it. We wanted to provide the characters without always letting the players know what to expect. So, Vegito is a good example. Everybody knew they wanted Vegito to be a high-tier character, a very strong character.
Well, of course.
To provide the character in the best possible scenario. But like earlier you said, like Vegito has multiple forms, and his fight was kind of long against Majin Buu. And that entire series, that entire arc is what made him popular. So we couldn't even pick up on something. So we wanted to bring an entirely original idea to him.
Okay.
So we chose the character first, and then we tried to elevate him to that tier of legendary finish.
I see. I
Thank
see.
you so much for answering all the questions. That is it for now, but maybe next time we'll answer some more, and I hope you will answer them, even if they're silly.
In fact, I'd like to see more of our players ask us silly questions.
That's
too,
his
I guess,
way
in
of
that sense.
saying I don't want
We're not gonna
relevant
just
questions
simply
because
look at the
difficult
previous
questions are harder
1,700
to
questions
answer.
that were asked. We're definitely gonna keep picking them up as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, definitely ask them.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We are
let's keep
reading your
watching.
questions,
Okay.
your comments, everything. So please just share whatever you want.
And we still want to know how it turns out for the guy in the classroom and the girl.
They want to see if the
Yeah,
woman
okay.
gets abused by
That's
this
weird,
man.
but yeah.
Great. Regen
Let's
mains.
move on to the next segment, Legends Update Info.
All right, let's go. Relevant
So
stuff.
this one is going to be something of more of a ambiguous or things that we'd like to do in the future, not something that it's going to be necessarily updated next month or before the anniversary and such. So we want everybody to know that this is something that we're focusing on.
But that
For
you're not
an
there
example, we're definitely trying to cut down on unnecessary loading time.
yet. Woot,
good to
woot.
hear,
Although
actually.
this is what you kind of already did.
Another
I feel like
thing
you're
is,
repatching.
Basically, a recommending equipment screen of some sort. Basically, Dragon Ball Legends, besides the characters, players have an assortment of equipment that they can work on, that they can keep grinding for to make their team their own style of
Yes, pain
basically just
and
direction that they
suffering.
can take. And the equipment makes that a lot more, I wouldn't say extreme, but it helps the players out to make sure that they can take those characters and play as they want. And
Yes,
we understand that there's
as they
lots
want.
of choices. There's, in fact, some of them are
He's not wrong, but at
similarly
the same
treat each
time,
other. That's something
the
that
work for it
we
is a pain in
understand
the
is
butt.
an issue. Like,
Okay.
There's just different characters laughing or shouting, and some of them is really difficult to distinguish. So in the future, we're going to make sure that those are a lot more easily distinguishable between each equipments, and also players would be able to find out what kind of equipments are being used by top-tier
Oh, that's
players.
amazing. Yeah, but like
You
I
see, that's
see
actually a
lot
good
of
move.
players who,
That's
for
good.
example, don't
Being able to
use
see
any
the equipments that
equipment
the top tier
in the
players are using is
co-op
going to
or
help you rebuild your
PvP,
teams.
and,
Because
you
one of
know,
the
that's
things that
also
is
one of the
problematic is
reasons
that
we decided
right now
to,
your only really
create the
options are to
Ninja
ask
Turtle
around,
series,
to
because we
use
also
Game
want to
Press,
explain
or to
things
figure it out
if they don't
yourself.
know how to
And
do
the
that.
problem is with Game Press
Yes.
is that Game
Extremely
Press gives you a good
important.
base,
Yeah,
but
I
it doesn't
definitely get
actually give you
confusing
the
'cause
right
indeed what
equipments
you
for
said,
your
there's
team
just so
based upon the
many
type of
different
team
ones
you're
of the
building
same
on
characters,
in
and I'm just
PvP.
like, okay, but
So
I
half
have,
of the time when you look at
Android
Game Press,
18,
you're really just
do I
doing a
have to
cookie
use
cutter
all these
paste,
matching
and you are
equipments, or do
essentially
I go for
disservicing your
others?
entire team by
It
not
is
giving it a
definitely lot.
focus. So yeah.
So
I agree
most
with this. This is
players
actually
that are
good.
very
This is a
hardcore
good, ambitious
usually have their
implementation, and I want to see
own
it.
direction that they want to take
This
their
is going to
party
be
into.
great for
But for those
players
of you who
that are in battle
still
rank
don't know
40,
what
battle
to
rank
do,
50,
or
that
who
are
have the
struggling to hit top
characters, but,
10k,
don't know
people that are in
which
top
one to
10k that
equip,
want to break
we're
into the
hoping that
3k
this,
or 1k. This is actually a
suggestion,
good move.
System of sort, the recommendation system in the future will help them out and basically make their party one step or maybe more even beyond stronger than what they have right now.
Yeah, cannot wait for that.
Yeah, will be awesome.
Another thing is making the multi-Z power easier to use.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure many people have their opinions on the multi-Z power. Like, why can I only carry 3?
Or 1.
Why do I have to keep going back and forth to use it?
Yeah.
As for the numbers, we don't want people to stock up and then use it on a new character.
Yeah, see, I knew that,
just
but that's
spam it
still...
into one character. We
But I want you to let me spam it into one character.
Can constantly get, but at the same time, we'll have to use immediately so that we don't have to worry about having people stockpile it. But right now, the system is kind of made to force you to go back and forth between different menus, and that's something that we didn't really want for the players to experience either. It was kind of a system requirement of sorts.
See, I knew this was going to happen. And to be fair, I get it, but at the same time, this is just forcing whales to spend more money. This is actually a tactic for more spending, and it hurts both whales and free-to-play, and I can't understand why you would want to do this. And this is another reason why they also switched from 7 to 14 stars. It's literally to justify the inclusion of multi-Z power and the inclusion of multiple ways to further increase sales in the shop. Which is not a good tactic.
A lot easier to use.
Yeah, I'm glad to not have to go to my
Riot's
inbox
fan, I
as
totally
much as
understand
all the
you.
time then.
And another function that we'd like to work on is making sure that certain characters having bonus ability buffs in certain content are a lot more easily distinguishable.
They make that Z power
Certain
specifically for
events, like
Turles because
making
they're
certain
they're
characters
trolls. Nani?
allow you to get more drops, more rewards for that content. Those are written in the in-game info, but
Toshi.
not many people obviously read it.
Scrap
and
boost
I
characters.
Don't want to have
Just
to
scrap
force
'em.
you to read it as well. So
The concept of boost characters can be very toxic at times.
Basically,
If done
challenging
correctly,
content
boost
itself
characters are not
and
bad.
Going to that event, and
But for
just
the
looking
most
at your
part, boost
party,
characters are pretty
and maybe
toxic.
the game will tell you the character that you have in your party right now will give you more bonus buffs or give you more drops. So those are something that we want to make sure are a lot more visibly distinguishable. Well,
Right now
just
he's talking about
of,
patches, patching,
the buff
not
itself, we
anything
wanted
to
provide
add
in the early days.
other than the
we
implementation of those equips
prioritized
that I really
implementing
like.
the buff itself over the UI, so that's why it ended up being as it is right now. So it was, at the end of the day, we don't intend for the players to have to slog through different screens and suffer before playing.
of course.
We want them to keep playing. We want them to just simply play as they like.
Uh-huh.
And we hope everybody understands that the stress that people feel, those are something that we feel as well and would like to see go away.
Well, hopefully all of these improvements will eventually come to the game.
Yep.
We probably are going to, update all the players about this. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keep
Okay.
an eye out on social media.
Okay.
All right, and I think
Okay.
there's one more update that we're trying to work on is recovering your energy.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody
This is a good
requires
move.
energy to keep playing their content. Right now, there is the option of recovering your energy using chrono crystals or through your tank. but
Thanks.
you have to use 1 energy to spend your chrono crystals, and it's a bit of a hassle. So those kind
Oh,
of
no.
minor
Oh no,
tweaks,
they're gonna do a minor tweak.
limitations will go away in the future. And also another thing that we'll probably try to make sure to implement is allowing for players to get rid of adventures that they don't need, because those fill up
okay.
very quickly.
Really?
Quickly,
The only
especially
tweak
if
is that
PvP,
energy
it's
is gonna be able
always
to be paid
full,
without having to
basically,
spend
trying to
energy.
find the right ones.
As of this
Ay,
recording,
ay,
it's
ay,
not
ay,
implemented,
ay.
but for all we know, some of these systems could be already implemented when the video goes
Toshi, you're
live.
killing me.
Well,
You're
if you
actually
do, if
killing
you'd
me
like to
here.
changes, definitely let us know.
Sometimes a
we
big
will
change is
also
better than a
be
small
looking forward
change.
to that, 100%.
Just make energy a little bit more farmable. Just a
Good
bit.
evening. Welcome to Legends News.
Okay, anyways, let's go
New
to Legends
character
News.
is coming to Legends. Normally, we showcase new characters that appear in the Legends All-Stars, but today we have something more special. This time, we have an all-new Legends Limited character.
Alright, Legends
Let's
Limited
start
character.
by
Who
checking
would have
out
guessed
this
it? It's
video.
like it's a new banner. I kind of figured. Alright, let's see which Legends Limited we're getting. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Legends Limited. Okay, so GT's getting a Legends Limited. Cool. Okay. And it's the Goku. So it is the final stand Goku, it seems. I mean, that's pretty cool. So I was most likely right. Oh, no, but I wasn't right because final stand Goku is when he had the Spirit Bomb. So this guy, this looks like he's still Super Saiyan 4. I mean, that's cool.
What a fight.
That's
Legends
cool.
Limited Super Saiyan 4 Goku is coming. On top of having a rescue type cover change ability, this Goku is an incredible attacker whose damage dealt increases from the start of the battle and every time he's faced with an enemy, making him a very versatile character.
Yes.
He also gets various buffs whenever his allies are defeated.
So this guy's a
Gets him
great
angry enough,
last
and
man
his
standing unit
ultimate
and
is
also a
basically
great
one-shot
unit
kill.
like Cauliflower. This
That's
is
it
crazy.
for Legends News. Thank you.
All right, so we got a not so hype
many players
LF
must be
unit.
super
If you love
excited for
GT,
this
this is a
edition of
great
Super
banner
Saiyan
for you.
4
If you
Goku,
don't care
because
for
we've seen
GT,
so many
you're gonna
requests
most
for
likely
GT
skip this. As
characters.
for me, I have to
That's
now
right.
decide if I
I
want to
can
make this
tell
as
you that
content or
I'm
not. I can't.
extremely
I love
excited
GT.
as well.
I'm gonna
I
be
cannot
real. I
wait
like
for
my
this character to
monkeys,
finally
but at the
be
same time, I gotta
playable,
wonder if it's
so
worth it for me.
Yeah,
So we'll
looking
see.
forward to it, like everybody else.
So I'm not going to say anything definitive, but I will say we are totally focusing on GT one way or another, with the addition of this new Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I hope everybody looks forward to that character.
I think they will be extremely happy about that.
All right. So in terms of new Dragon Ball Legends,
I'm kind of
news,
glad that
that's
it's
it for
not
today,
as hype
but
because this is
this
gonna
is
help
due
you
to
guys
his
to
first
not have to
appearance
spend
and
on a
video
banner
and
for
stuff.
no
How was
reason.
it?
So
I
I'm
love
quite
that
glad.
they
Now,
have a
if
lot
he's
of
got the
special
Saiyans
attention
tag,
to you,
if
Toshi,
he's a
and
GT/Saiyan
Jenna
unit,
creating this piece
I
of
might
content
summon,
for the
but on my
community, so
non-free-to-play
yeah,
account.
let's see what
So
happens.
this is what I'm saying. On my free-to-play
Yes, I
account,
also
I'm not
had
gonna
a
summon.
lot of fun
We'll
visually
see on the
doing
tags, depending on the
videos
tags,
and
depending
stuff.
on the units that come in.
And if
I
you have
might do
feedback
a
for us,
content-related
let us
thing
know
on my
social
main
media,
account,
Twitter and
so we'll
Facebook.
see.
Also, what you would like
That
to see
content
on
will be
social
purely just
media,
for like
and maybe,
entertainment
we can
purposes,
do
more
something
so than
for you.
actually
So thank you
playability.
so much also, Toshi, for
So,
having
yeah.
us. And,
No,
yeah.
really looking forward to how the
Because I
this
still want to
community
suffer as a
engagement
free-to-play with you
grows to
guys,
be
and
in
I
the
can only do
future.
that if
So
one of the
I hope
accounts is
everybody,
free-to-play. So we're gonna make
voices
sure
their
one stays
feedback so that
free-to-play,
we
no
can
matter
pick up
how
on it
painful
and
it
make
gets.
Dragon
Although it
Ball
hasn't been
Legends
painful so
and
far, so
these video and stuff too.
means
better than
that
ever.
the tips are
Yeah,
working.
Thank you again.
Thank you so
Right.
much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
So,
much it, guys.
thank you
This
guys,
was underwhelming,
everybody,
eh?
for
This was
watching
underwhelming.
and I
First,
will see
I'm
you
being
guys
told
next
I
time.
want to do minor patches. Second, we had one cool thing, and then everything else let down, and then finally, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That was it. So, here, okay, let's pause it here. Let's just talk about it for a bit. How do you guys feel about this whole thing? Like, can we just look over everything? Can we just look over everything and see what was actually good, what wasn't good? So let's discuss this. So first off, the questions that we received from players and the questions that were picked from players asking what I would call whether relevant or not for Dragon Ball Legends was very disappointing. I did not hear a single question that is actually relevant to the game that the majority of players want to hear. Most players already know how abilities work in the game, And that question was literally made by someone that did not understand this. So that indicates to me immediately a free-to-play new type player or a concurrent player, but isn't well-versed in the game. So it looked like they were really grabbing either just dumb questions, like that man with the girl and the whole hitting on them with the rising rush, and just minor questions so that way they didn't have to answer any of the big ones. And they did make a snide remark about the whole give us more chrono crystals. And I mean, realistically, they could without even having to answer a question like that. But, when's enough? And I get what they're trying to say in the terms of the snide remarks. Enough will never really be enough because this is a gacha mobile game. And so a lot of players' struggles come not from the fact that there isn't enough CC, but more so from the fact that a lot of people do not know how to manage their chrono crystals properly, as we discussed yesterday. And as I've discussed many times on my YouTube account, talking to you guys about Dragon Ball Legends and some things that they do right. And one thing they do right, no matter how much you would like to argue with me on that, is that they do give out a lot of chrono crystals. They just have horrible rates, and that plays a big factor in why it feels like you don't have enough chrono crystals. So one thing that I would say I would rather see them work on is rates. In regards to the tweaks, they had me in the first half, not gonna lie, when they started talking about the equipments that we get to see from top players. That's probably the best announcement that I've ever heard from them in a while, long while. I'll look at the chat in just a moment, guys. The equipment for top players, so we can all see it, is great. That's absolutely fantastic, and I would love to see that come soon. That's probably the best thing I heard. And then the energy thing. I thought to myself, yes, finally, something else. And then, yeah, second half, he got me. He got me. Yeah. So, overall, those updates really sucked, other than the equipment thing, so I want to see that equipment thing come. Because anything that's, like, loading time related, they already kind of fixed, and then they messed up. And then confirming to me that multi-Z power is really just a cash grab makes me a little bit more annoyed. But it's okay. And then finally, for the new character, I mean, I personally feel that this was fine. Actually, it's good. Guys, think of it this way. If you are saving up for Anniversary, now this gives you much more of an incentive to save for Anniversary. This also lets GT players know that their tag is not dead and that they do plan to get more characters for them. So, as a result, GT will now get more playability. That's great. So some of you guys liked it. Some of you are disappointed, I can see. What I would say is don't be disappointed by this. I think that realistically, if you are saving for specific teams or for specific tags, this is a good thing. So I would say just because it feels underwhelming to you doesn't mean it is. It's more so that this is a good breathing room for you. Sometimes you do need a breather. And I love it when a card game or a fighting game gives you some time to breathe. Especially when it requires free-to-play premium currency in a free-to-play version, okay? So, this is good. Nah, they're not gonna add Gogeta. I don't think so. Yeah, you definitely don't need every new unit. Alright, let's see. They really hyped us up for Hell of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I mean, cool kid, here's the thing. Yes, they definitely, this is a gotcha moment. They definitely got us. I mean, I like Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I like that unit. I thought when the full power came out and when the purple version came out, I was like super hype and I pulled on them for collector's reasons because I really love GT. I really love my monkeys, but yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Also, some blocky boy says GT is still mid, and I'm like, maybe if you're a whale, but generally speaking, GT is Garbo, blocky boy. The only thing that saves GT right now, realistically, is Android 17 Zenkai. One unit is carrying the entire team on his shoulders. I'm reading the chat from the actual stream area. It's insane. ever going to bring back Legends tournaments? Actually, let's talk about that. Yeah, I'm eventually going to think about bringing that back. But if I do bring that back, it's going to be in a different format. There's going to be a ban list. There's going to be a tier list. There's going to be everything. And I'm going to have different formats for it because I want, for different formats, different tier lists. I mean, different ban lists, better to say, not tier lists. I'm sure tier lists are going to exist, but not by vicariously through the tournaments themselves, just by proxy of how the ban lists go. Anyways. It's the third one, like, bro, come on. I mean, poor Mosey. Listen, this is Goku Simulator. If there's one thing you guys need to learn about Dragon Ball Legends, it's that if it's Dragon Ball in the name, expect Goku. You're mad about the third GT Goku? Oof. Oof. Wait till they bring us the third Vegeta from GT. All right? Wait till they bring that. It's gonna keep on going like that. Expert Owl, I totally agree with you on that. Skip this banner, says Addy Gaming. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a good idea. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I understand, Rocky. I totally get it. Either way, we're gonna see. I personally think that, you know, I may summon on this for entertainment / collector's purposes, but beyond that, yeah, this is definitely it. For me, it would have been a skippable banner, and as well for Emily's account, 100% skippable. So, yeah. It's nice though. It's nice that we don't have to worry about spending our CC because anniversary is so close by, and that's important. So take this as a blessing. This is not a curse. This is bad. Skip if you don't main GT. Exactly. An Oob would be so much better. Yeah. Lol, I just have a 600 LFZ power chilling. Same here, Godslayer. I'm just chilling with one LF 600 Z power as well. Letting it sit there and waiting for something to be like, use it on me. And I'm going to be like, aight. It's all good, Ultimate Despair. There are 3 GT Vegetas. Are there? There you go. 3. I thought there was only 2. But yeah, it's very... Wait, is there 3? The red. The yellow. What's the other one? Bulma, what's the other one? I don't know what's the special part. I don't remember my sentence. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll think something, then halfway through I'll cut off because I have another thought, and then I'll lose my track of my thought. Wait, how many? I can only think of 2. Green? Green Vegeta for GT? Nani? Green baby Vegeta, thank you. I was like, yes. I'm like trying to remember that baby Vegeta exists. Sorry. He's so top tier, I forgot about him. Yeah. Oh, and there's the blue one too. Yeah, because technically baby and Vegeta are the same because of the parasite bullshit. Bullshit. Yes. Okay, yeah, so there's 4. There's 4. And there's technically 2 babies, 4 Vegetas. Right. I keep on forgetting that, you know, Green Baby Vegeta is top tier, and that Super Baby 2 is still Vegeta, but if he were an old man. And really fecking ugly. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Yes. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I forgot that he existed. That shows how top tier he is, eh? Okay. Although, to be fair, the blue one was actually top tier for a while, so. For a very long while. God. Yeah, GT is a mess. It really looks like they're trying to do some small minor changes to fix it, but I don't know yet if I can really say that they are really working hard at it yet. Maybe they're doing it in the background, but right now it looks like they're just doing small patchwork and building it up. So we're gonna see. But yeah, Godslayer's right. GT is a mess. It's hilarious that GT is a mess. And that's okay. It's a hot mess, and I love them. I love them for it. Is UI going to be in the anniversary banner? Most likely, Commander. Most likely. And the reason why I say most likely is because a lot of like hype units tend to come back as just recurrable, resummonable characters in anniversary like banners. So yeah, that's a definitely thing. That's definitely a thing. Anyways, guys, I'm not gonna prolong this anymore. You guys heard my thoughts, for the most part. If I cut off anywhere in regards to my thoughts, that's normal. Get used to it. And, yeah. For those of you that are free to play that don't main GT, don't main Saiyans in any shape, way, or form, this is almost a for sure 100% skip, since I feel like this is going to be very GT focused. So yeah, I hope that none of you go back on your like thought process once you see the banner, especially since most likely it's still not going to be worth it. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. To be fair, guys, if you did the Just Try to Surpass Me, you will be getting your 2 free tickets to summon for 2 free sparkings of Shaft. Although, since they're free, is it really Shaft or is it just free polls, right? I don't know. You tell me. Exactly, Kroger. See, Kroger's got it. If you don't get them immediately, you will get them eventually because inevitably they do come back, always. All right. Well, anyways, guys, I am going to yeet myself out of here because I want to watch myself some anime and not eat, I guess, because I'm not allowed to eat yet. Because I'm doing my own type of fast until a certain time. So, yeah, I will yeet myself now. Have yourselves a great day. Stay safe out there, and just take care of yourselves because it's COVID and you should protect yourselves. Anyways, guys, have yourselves a salty day. I will see you tomorrow. I will also be releasing a video today. It's a very quick guide, and I hope you guys enjoy it. For those of you that haven't really put too much thought into it, or for those that wanted to see it, because I did get requests to make this type of video. So I'm not going to say what it is, but you guys will see it very soon.